and I had this vision of having fun doing them, and at the same time seeing them on the ground, like in the streets, just presented on the streets with le goudron. Comment on dit le bitume, like le goudron? You know the gray.
Oh, the pigment.
No, not the pigment, but this gray color that you have on the floor.
Yeah, okay.
But the matter, like the material.
Yeah,
concrete.
Oh,
I had this vision of seeing shirts on concrete just as like a beautiful picture.
Okay.
And so I was like, how can I present shirts on the concrete, but at the same time having it make sense? And so I thought about this, like this performance of throwing shirts in the streets and like littering the streets. And at the same time I had this like I said, having fun, and so I had these like Sex Pistol shirts in mind. They're like quickly done. And
okay, so you thought like why did fun like automatically equate to Sex Pistols? Was it their approach?
I think the no future slogan.
Yeah.
Because it's like no future, and obviously back in the time it was like no future for UK, right? Because it was like crisis. And so I reinterpreted it as like no future for clothing. Like we're just gonna keep on polluting, overproduce, overconsume, and just like buy and throw away, buy and throw away. And so I was like, I better just produce and throw away without even giving time to any like customer to buy the product.
Because you're saying that's the inevitable outcome.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna end up in that situation anyway.
Exactly. And so I remember you talking about cutting the middleman. But talking about something else. And like here the middleman is the customer. In a way.
Yeah, so
like,
it's kind of like
I mean,
throwing shade to the middleman.
What?
It's kind of throwing shade to the middleman.
No.
Okay,
but yeah, just like, shout out to them.
Shout out to the middleman. But like, how
they
did
are
you,
needed.
because obviously you spoke to me about like the importance of like highlighting the topic of waste, you know, and sustainability in fashion. And how did you do that with beads? Like, how did you incorporate that into the process of actually making the t-shirts?
So it's funny because it's like, exactly. So the thing is how to critique something by doing the thing. And so it's funny because for this performance I'm walking the streets. I also had in mind like there's like an artist called francekiss, and he's like this guy just walking. He does like performances walking a lot, and he often says like he has this thing where he says like sometimes doing something leads to nothing. And so I pretty much reused the phrase saying like sometimes like doing the very thing you want to critique is the best way to critique it. So I was like producing clothing and throwing them and littering the streets is what I critique. And so I was like doing this but like as the most obvious way, like throwing them literally in the streets.
That's interesting because it's like the same concept as you become the thing that you hate.
Exactly,
You kind of have to act it out before you can like critique it from the inside.
Because also I was like thinking about like how nowadays lots of things are like lots of pieces and lots of brands are like upcycling brands, etc. Which is great, right? But I was like, if I'm just another upcycling brand right now, if I just do like another upcycling project right now, I'm not gonna say anything more.
Than what's already been said.
So
it's interesting to do it in your own way because you also repurposed them and printed on the inside. Which is a cool way to actually upcycle. I haven't seen anyone upcycle like that. So it's a cool way to keep the ethos, but most people wouldn't necessarily know once they're seeing the pieces. That they've already been printed or used as well for.
Lots of people see the shirts like even in real life and don't realize in the beginning.
Because I said it to someone and they were like, oh, I haven't seen any with it. Can you show me one? So it's cool to see people who care for the topic being able to be matched with like a fashion, or like a style that they care about as well. Because a lot of the times environmental talk is like could be like boring, you know what I mean? Or it's not like engaging with people, you know.
that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we talked about it already. I don't know. It's like
we spoke about like having like a purpose or intention behind the piece. But not necessarily like.
Okay, but I've had this conversation a lot. Like a lot of sustainable projects and eco-friendly projects and great ideas, of course, are like visually super boring.
Yeah.
And that's a huge issue because no one want to come and buy your product, and no one want to come and buy your idea. And so if you don't get people to buy your idea, it's over already.
Yeah, it's pointless.
And so because
it's not contributing to your art, and it's not contributing to whatever the cause is. Or
exactly. And so I like thinking that you need to, like, the visual is, like, the image is always the most important, especially in the arts, right? Because that's what we get attracted to.
Yeah, initially. That's what another inspiration, Vivienne Westwood, did very well. That's what we learned about.
Yeah.
It's like having a cause, but also delivering it in a way that was like aesthetic, beautiful, but had a lot of meaning, and almost like a lot of like violence behind it as well. But it's delivered in a very beautiful way. Like the graphic. Bonjour.
Vous voulez rentrer, madame? Bonjour.
Yeah, every day, just looking, but she'll never actually come in. She's
just standing outside looking?
Yeah, just praying. Like she's done that like 3 times. I think she's building up the courage to come inside. But yeah, I really like the choice of colours, especially that you used.
Dead stock pieces.
Yeah, all dead stock pieces. Where did you pick them up?
So I actually picked them up at like a printing factory, like a silkscreen printing factory that I obviously knew had like way too much pieces, and exactly like I thought they had pieces that were unsold or like that they printed already. Like this one is printed, for example, I think. And so I don't know, maybe some issues with the it is printed here. And there's like, it's a Bitcoin break, I don't know, Bitcoin I break, it says breaking Bitcoin. Yeah. And so it's like...
But there was a mistake on it or something?
Yeah, I guess like, sometimes it's like, there's small mistakes on shirts, or like, the people that ordered ended up not buying it.
And they usually just keep that, or they go like...
They have like huge stocks of t-shirts that are never gonna... They just use them to like, as a...
Like fabric, to cut the fabric?
Yeah, fabric just to like clean stuff or whatever. Yeah.
It's good that it turned into these pieces.
Yeah. But it's a whole thing to find the dead stock pieces.
Yeah.
So it depends, it can be everywhere. On eBay or...
Yeah, you just have to kind of look for it.
Yeah.
Can you talk about new stuff you're working on?
Have you got new stuff? I want to hear you about Beaux-Arts.
Oh yeah.
Have you got a new project you want to talk about? What do you want to speak about Beaux-Arts? I want to ask you questions about it.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll go. I know you're the only person, I don't know if you're the only person, but I know that at Beaux-Arts, this passion isn't actually like a mode study.
No.
So I want to know how that, because I went to the studio you shared with Mehdi.
Yeah.
And I saw everything, and I just saw like a rack of clothes like in the bottom corner, and I was like, in context to everything else, it almost looks like it shouldn't be there, but it like adds context to the whole room. Because it's like the wardrobe of the atelier, do you know what I mean, in the background. But how did you convince them to allow you to do fashion at Beaux-Arts?
I didn't have to convince them.
Okay, it
no.
It was like...
To be honest, I didn't have to.
Yeah.
It was just a new project and, hey, I want to do this. I didn't even need to tell them, hey, I want to do this.
Okay, you just
we literally do what we want.
Yeah, the freedom that you have in that school seems very, like, very like liberating.
It's just that usually you go to a studio linked to your practice, but I've been there for a few years because I was painting before.
Okay, yeah.
And so,
yeah. And this is your last year, so how are you planning on like making the next step after you finish Beaux-Arts? Or like, have you got anything in the plans or in the works? You're trying to do next?
Yeah, francekiss. Yeah. Just keeping this alive, and because it's only been 1 year for now, and so yeah, like I don't know,
Yeah.
runway shows.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, runway shows. Because this led to the first runway show.
Okay, this was made before your first runway show.
Yeah,
okay.
It was made 1 year before.
Yeah.
But the runway show was showed before this project. I don't know.
Okay.
Life
yeah.
happens.
Did you
weirdly
release the
sometimes
pieces from the runway show?
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
But there's no like real release.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to sell them as like art pieces because it's like we didn't touch them.
Yeah.
But
That's that. And before you said you've only been doing francekiss for a year. Before that, were you sewing, or was it like within that?
Not really. I've been sewing like just for fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Shirts.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pants sometimes, but just for myself.
Yeah. That's a nice way to start.
No, but so yeah, right now I'm sewing, starting at least, and trying to build a team to sew and to make the project live.
And what's that process been like within Paris? Like in terms of opportunities or access to like.
For now, it's just friends and friends of friends. So yeah, it's the space. I don't need a space yet. I will soon. I know God will provide.
Yeah, always. Amen. God bless.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah. God will provide for sure. I have no doubt.
That's the other thing I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah.
I haven't actually asked you. When I went into your studio, I saw like that Bible open.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then I saw that you said all fashion is a result of the original sin.
Yeah.
Is that your quote? You took it.
So the first look of the runway show was obviously a look found in the streets too, and I found this like leaf, not maple leaf, but like a leaf. The fig, as soon as they eat the forbidden fruit, they hide themselves.
Yeah,
because they get ashamed of being naked, and so it's like clothing is the consequence of the first human sin in a way. So if the forbidden apple is the first human sin, then the first action they do is clothe themselves.
Yeah.
So it's a consequence in a way. So I was like, and I don't know, it all makes sense because we're just like, anyways.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful analogy.